Okay, I got minor updates for the car. I installed a third brake light since I don't have a spoiler on here. And my tail lights, I noticed when my wife was driving, I was following her. I have the flash on, so whenever you hit the brakes, they flash real fast and then they just stay on. The flash gets your attention, but if you're sitting there too long and your brake lights are on, you sort of can't tell if they're on or off if you're riding them, because it doesn't have a third light anywhere to help decide if, hey, are those bright enough to be brake lights or are those just normal brights? So who knows, but I went ahead and put in this one on the back window. And you can see it in here. When it's lit up, you can see it outside, of course. Someone online on the JZX group commented about putting in this actual LED strip in theirs and how it fit the glass nice and how it illuminated nice and whatnot. So I thought I'd give it a try, and that way when I put the roof spoiler on, I don't know, a few years down the road or something, whenever I finally get around to it, it'll just illuminate under the spoiler and sort of like not be as bright, but it'll like be bright enough to notice. So I'm going to show you guys how it actually looks whenever you hit the brakes now. It's a lot better. You get a lot better reaction to it, and then everyone around you, of course, can see it because it actually has a little bit of animation to it as well, which I think is cool because I like anything with sequentials or animation. So I'm going to hit the brakes and you can see how they react. And that's how they look. I really like it. It turned out quite nice. It did go in easy. It was easy to install. It came with, of course, two-side tape on the light strip itself. And it's one of those flexible ones that comes rolled up. Just got to unroll it, let it set for a minute, and then it'll unroll itself pretty much. And then when you put it in, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It sort of straightens itself out as you adhere it to the glass itself. I didn't replace the two-side tape. I usually put my own on it. That's stronger than the OEM. I just figure when it falls off, I'll just apply more. I ran the wiring into the trim here and then down into the pillar behind the, of course, behind the panel, the finished panel. I took out these seats, which they pop up. So you want to push them up, up and out. And then this back deck can come up. And behind here, below the seat belt, there's actually a spot that I ran the wire through. It was just an opening. I don't know if it's on all the X chassis or not, but on my JZX Cresta, it was just open, and there was actually lines and wires already going through there. So I just ran it through there with that. I'll go to the trunk and show you exactly the spot I ran it through. So in the back here, it's actually up in this corner here. I'll go ahead and remove this inner trim. I took out the rest of the trim. I do have all my trunk trim. I just don't have it in here because I'd rather fit wheels because it's my drift car and whatnot. So all you got to take out is not the big piece, but this side piece that goes around here, which I put pins in, extra pins. These I think I left out. Yeah, so I don't have to worry about these. I can just do the normal, pop it out. So that comes out a little too easy. So I took that out. So I'm just going to take these off. I just have a few pins in there. It shouldn't be hard. So with my Amazon cheap little pry tool, it works pretty good. You can get all the pins you put in it. I had some OEM ones that I used, and I had some of these ones that I just had in a little kit I got of random ones. And then these are the random ones I got, just a normal push because of the size, that's all I had. And then these are the OEM ones with the little flat spots on each end. They're both just push-in style, nothing crazy. Get some light in there. And that's the hole I'm talking about there. So coming through there, I just ran it through that hole. That goes right into where the pillar is in the back seat there. You can zip tie it up. I zip tied it around here just to hold it up so it comes through around where your filler neck is. And I zip tied it right there with that zip tie. And I actually went and put two-side tape on it. Ooh. Then I put two-side tape on the box. It has like a box with all the configurations of what the wires do and whatnot. Upside down, of course. So, has a controller on it because it does cool stuff, so you're gonna have that. You gotta run power to the red and white. And then the ground, of course, is black. These other wires are for like signaling and stuff. You can hook them up if you like. They do come with actual ends on them, sort of. So if you want to actually do it properly, I'm sure you can use these as pins for something proper. But I don't care. I cut those ends off and just had normal wires. Two-side tape seems to be holding up good. That box is staying in, and I don't have a lot of stress here. This is just hanging out. So that's a connector. So if you need to disconnect them, you can disconnect them here. Leave that box in there. And that's pretty much it. That's all you gotta do is 3 wires and run it and two-side tape it up, and to me it looks great. And I did say about doing my trim pieces in one of the last videos. I did do the passenger side because I just wanted to see how it worked, and yeah, it went in good. So this is how I don't know if this is how they were factory. I don't know if they weren't quite like this, but this is supposedly OEM factory. Where does that look so much better compared to like the yellow? Way different. So instead of me getting a door switch for the other one, it seems to be working fine. So the switch works. I can go up and down with it. There's the old one there, old crappy one, yellow, and then this is the new door. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just like put it in because it works. I took it apart, the actual switch panel. So I took this out and actually took the button out for the drivers, and it's very not, you know, like this one's like snappy, spring-like. This one's like sort of like loose, like, but it works. So I'm probably just I'm gonna take this out, put the trim on it. I was gonna wait and put the trim in until I got a new one of these and I can just like be like, okay, it's all new, it's all fresh. But I'm getting sick of this. Plus I wouldn't mind having a new door trim on this. And this is broke. So this back's supposed to have a little pin on it. Like this. That this goes down and locks in back here. Of course, this one's broke off, so it's always sliding around. It's never where it needs to be. And then once I secure this one in there, it's going to be kind of hard to get it out without sort of breaking it or being close to breaking it, but I'm sure I can get it because you just pry underneath there, pop it out here, and then it'll come out. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this panel off of that one onto that so I can put this switch in with the new trim. And to do that, you got a little button there, you push on it, and it comes off. And that's about it. All you do is take these screws out, and then screw it in a new one. There's holes for them. And that's all she wrote. Just put them together, see how it goes. Has these little clips on here. You can pry them up a little bit, just get it out. about this tape stuff. I think that's like packing or some kind of anti-vibration or something like that. Some kind of insulation they got on these so it doesn't make a lot of noise, and it's nice, I guess. I don't know. Someone painted something silver either on the trim before or around it, because there's like silver all over these buttons. I was hoping to have new, and then I wouldn't have to even have any kind of little defects like that on them, but that's whatever. So we can see how it mates up, how it's gonna look. Looks pretty good to me. Not too bad. Push them in. And that's it. They're in. That's literally it. There, they're in. Don't look bad. My cheerleaders, we got Lily and Chanel. Lily. They're always hanging out with me, waiting for me to come in. Curious about what's going on in the garage. Shop kitties at heart. Come on, guys. You can't go out there. Come on. She's always being cute. And looks pretty good to me. Awesome. So much better. It's little stuff like this you can appreciate in life. Look how much better that looks. So yeah. Very nice. Now I don't have to worry about this always sliding out, I always push it in. So that's that. Later down the road here in a little bit, at some point, I'm going to be replacing this. So this is the heater control valve for the firewall that goes to the heater core. It has a valve in there that this little arm here on the end triggers it to open or close. The reason I'm going to replace this is because sometimes my car doesn't get heat to the cab. I don't know if it is this or if it's possibly the actual climate control not manipulating this to work. So I bought a new one because it does have a little external leak starting on the hoses, and I bought a whole new hose kit. Since it's not operating properly, I figured replace the mechanical thing, this, while it's leaking. I don't think this in general is leaking. I think it's just the hoses and clamps, but I'll just do it all at once. That way I know it's good, I know it's new, between that and all the hoses, and then I don't have to worry about it from there. You can actually see it. See? I don't know if I'm going to be able to open up the hood with my tire machine. Oh yeah. You can see there it's got the pink on it. So it is leaking. I don't think it's actual valve itself. Or maybe it could be because it's spraying up, but I'm pretty sure it's just that bottom hose. It's not a big deal. It's not using a lot. It's not leaking a lot, but that stuff, as soon as it gets a little leak, it just shows itself pretty severely. This pink coolant. So I'm going to drain it off. And I got new hoses as in not only that one, that bottom one and that upper one, but I also have this Gretty upper rat hose. I got a whole new lower hose. I got a whole engine hose kit. It should have every hose for coolant on this engine. I don't know if I'm going to need or going to do all of them, because some of them might not get to, some of them might already be good, but I just bought a whole kit because because it came with mainly those that I knew were leaking. And it came with the rad hoses, which I don't need to talk because that's ready, but the bottom at least, so it's fresh. Just little stuff here and there. I might get a new one of these too, because I saw someone with the new power steering reservoir, and it was like nice. It was like that color instead of that color. So for crafts, maybe I'll get a new bottle too and put that on there just because it looks nicer. I don't think I can get this one cleaned up any more than that. But we'll play it by ear. I just fixed it over time. So the car actually right now is my daily. My truck's getting repaired. So while it's getting repaired, I've been driving this daily, so I can't really have it down right now. But definitely over the winter, I'm going to update it. I actually put 18s on the front now. So I took off my 17s. I got another set of KFs. The 2 in the trunk and those 2 fronts are the new ones. They're white faced, like mine. My burn off's there, and then my streetable rears. But they're white. They look similar, but they're a little off. Like the white on these matches more the color of the car. It's more like a white pearl, while these are more like a champion white. Just a nice ice white face. So I got a set of these, a set of those, a set of 17s, and a set of burning black 18s. So I'm going to use all them for burners. This set is my SSR, my Bellside Andrews. This set I built in the last 3 years maybe. And those are actually for my S13. I put 235/40s on them. Right now on the car I'm running 215/40, 225/40. So I went up to 235/40/18 on, these are already nicked. These are actually, they ended up being like 12s and 13s, and I can't get them to sill. I can get them to go down, hold air, but I can't get them to bead the set on both sides. Either the lip will set or the barrel will set, but it won't set both sides. I tried many different loops. I even went and bought KY, put KY on them, and it still didn't slip. So I don't know if I want to actually put a bigger tire. I prefer stretch. I don't prefer having the actual size of the rim. I don't want to have like 285s, 305s, or anything like that on it. I need to have a little bit of stretch because the point is to have them fit sort of like these, poke with stretch, which is what I prefer. Hers is about the same, a little aggressive in the front, but not bad. Not bad at all. And then these are just weak. Even though these are 10s in the front now instead of 9.5s. And I'm running, it's instead of 9.5s, the width's extra half inch on these 18s. So it's actually a little bit bigger dish, bigger wheel on the front, same barrel size. So it's a little bit more truer and better, I guess. I don't care if they're 18s or 17s. I really never cared, but it's fine. I got that shaken up. I got the tire machine going. It's finally rolling, so I can mount everything I need, take off whatever I need, reseal whatever I need. I did reseal one of these because the guy said they were leaking that I got them from, so I saw one was kind of crusty there around the edges of the seal, so I went ahead and took out that Hulk and resealed them, and they've been holding nice, so haven't had any problems with them. Car's been great. No issues with the car, no issues with that. Of course, now that I say that, here we go. And I'll just keep it rolling. So next, I don't know what I'm gonna do quite yet, but as I do them, I'll make videos, even if they're short, like this one, and just upload them, see if anyone's interested in following along or doing it yourself. The JZXs, though, I believe the guy who posted that was on his it wasn't Cresta, it was, I think, a Chaser, not a Mark II. They put that third brake light in, and he shared it. Hey, this Amazon thing works pretty good. I'll put the link there in the description. That way, if you want to get one yourself, you can. You know it fits the glass good. You know it works. So I like it. I like how it's animated, and I like what it does and how easy it was to install. So if anybody else wants to go that route, I like it more than having like a third brake light on the spoiler. I do like them in the back. Being up there is kind of cool. First thing that my friend told me is like, oh, it's FD style. And it's like, yeah, I guess. I never really thought of that, but it is basically. It's like up top, like some of the new cars as well are. So yeah, just I'll keep going, and we'll play it by ear. I'll see y'all. And my cheerleaders, Lily and Chanel. Lily. They always hanging out with me, waiting for me to come in. Curious about what's going on in the garage. Shop kitties at heart. Come on, guys. Go out there.